For anyone who's been feeling out of body or frustrated with their dwindling energy levels or angry at themselves for letting themselves go, your feelings are valid. This is not about willpower. This is not about discipline. This is about being human in an unsustainable system that expects you to perform at peak levels without adequate recovery or support. If you've been feeling like you're somehow broken because the motivation that used to drive you feels completely MIA, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're an ambitious woman juggling more balls than a bingo hall. So how do you successfully achieve sustainable fat loss? These 5 strategies are based on science-backed data and real-world results. The first step is: if you've been standing in front of the mirror, pinching that little bit of belly fat, wondering how you can make it disappear by next weekend, then you're not alone. Maybe you've got a wedding coming up, a vacation, or you just want to feel confident in your skin. For anyone who's feeling the pressure to achieve quick weight loss results, I see you. Maybe you've been opening fitness apps and closing them immediately. Maybe you've been buying workout clothes that sit in your drawer with the tag still on. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'll start on Monday for the past 6 Mondays, and now you're frustrated with yourself for not having the discipline you once had. If you've been feeling like you're somehow broken because the motivation that used to drive you feels completely MIA, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not failing. You're an ambitious woman juggling more balls than a bingo hall. You're trying to make career-changing decisions while someone's asking you what's for dinner. You're leading teams whilst your own energy feels completely depleted. You're succeeding in every area of your life except the one that's supposed to fuel all the others, your own physical well-being. And here's the part that nobody talks about: the guilt that comes with knowing that you should prioritize your health while feeling like you barely have the bandwidth to brush your hair some days. The shame of being successful, but feeling like you're failing at taking care of your own body. The exhaustion of trying to be everything to everyone while your own needs sit at the bottom of a never-ending to-do list. For anyone who's been feeling out of body or frustrated with their dwindling energy levels or angry at themselves for letting themselves go, your feelings are valid. This is not about willpower. This is not about discipline. This is about being human in an unsustainable system that expects you to perform at peak levels without adequate recovery or support. Your social media feed is flooded with promises of losing 10 pounds in a week, and it's tempting to believe that rapid transformation is possible. But here's what I want you to understand from the get-go. There's a difference between losing weight and losing fat. They are not the same thing. The difference is weight loss provides quick, temporary results that leave you frustrated, and fat loss provides sustainable changes that transform your physique for the long term. Today, we're going to unpack this topic completely. We'll talk about why the scale is the least reliable measure of your progress, what's actually happening in your body when you lose weight quickly, and more importantly, I'm going to give you 5 practical science-backed strategies that will help you to lose fat, not just weight, and keep it off for good. I'm your host, Louise Hazel. Welcome back to another episode of Slay, the Centre of Excellence for Women's Health, Fitness and Life. Today, I'm diving into a topic that many of you have been thinking about and want an answer to: how to lose weight fast. Let's start with some reality. When someone tells you that they lost 8 pounds in their first week of a new diet, what do you think actually happened? Did 8 pounds of fat magically disappear? Unfortunately not. Here's what's really going on. Your body stores about 3 to 4 pounds of glycogen in your muscles and liver. Now, glycogen is basically stored carbohydrates that your body uses for quick energy. Every gram of glycogen holds on to 3 to 4 grams of water. So when you drastically cut carbs or calories, your body burns through this glycogen quickly, and all that water gets released. Boom, you're down 4 to 6 pounds in a few days. Then there's the digestive factor. Your digestive system typically holds 2 to 4 pounds of waste at any given time. When you suddenly change your eating habits, especially if you're eating less or different foods, this can fluctuate dramatically. So that dramatic first week of weight loss It's mostly water weight and digestive changes, not fat loss. And here's the kicker. As soon as you go back to normal eating patterns, it all comes right back. Now, I'm not going to completely trash talk fast weight loss because there are some legitimate benefits, especially from a psychological standpoint. First, that initial drop on the scale can be incredibly motivating. When you see results quickly, it reinforces that your efforts are working, which can help you stick to your plan longer. This psychological boost is real and it's valuable. Second, rapid initial weight loss can kickstart healthier habits. Sometimes we just need that momentum to break through those old patterns and establish new ones. It's like clearing the slate and giving yourself a fresh start. Third, for some people with significant amounts of weight to lose, faster initial weight loss can provide important health benefits. Now, reducing the load on joints, improving sleep apnea, and decreasing the risk of diabetes can happen with relatively quick and even modest weight loss. And finally, there's something to be said for the confidence boost. When your clothes start fitting better and when you feel lighter, it can positively impact every area of your life, from your relationships to your career. But here's where things get serious. The pitfalls of fast weight loss are significant and can actually set you back in the long run. The biggest issue is muscle loss. When you create a massive calorie deficit, your body doesn't just burn fat, it burns muscle too. This is metabolically catastrophic because muscle tissue burns calories even at rest. The more muscle you lose, the slower your metabolism actually becomes, which makes it harder to maintain weight loss and easier to regain weight. Then there's metabolic adaptation. Your body is incredibly smart and adaptive. So when you severely restrict calories for a long time, your metabolism slows down to match your intake. This can cause people to plateau on extreme diets and why the weight comes back so aggressively when they return to normal eating. Nutritional deficiencies are another major concern. When you're eating very little or eliminating entire food groups altogether, you're likely not getting all of the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that your body needs to function optimally. This can cause fatigue, hair loss, poor skin, hormonal imbalances, and a weakened immune system. Let's not gloss over the psychological impact too. Extreme dieting often leads to an unhealthy relationship with food. You might develop anxiety around eating or guilt when you slip up or an obsession with the scale. This can spiral into disordered eating patterns that are much harder to overcome than the original weight that you wanted to lose. And perhaps more importantly, fast weight loss is rarely sustainable. Studies show that 95% of people who lose weight quickly gain it all back within 1 to 2 years, often gaining even more than they originally lost. This yo-yo dieting pattern is incredibly harmful to both you, your physical health, and your mental health. So this is where we need to get crystal clear on the terminology, because the fitness industry has intentionally muddied these waters. Weight loss simply means the number on the scale went down. This could be from losing fat, muscle, water. It doesn't tell you anything about your body composition or your health. Fat loss, on the other hand, specifically refers to reducing your body fat percentage whilst maintaining or even building lean muscle mass. This is what actually changes how you look and how you feel. You could weigh the same but look completely different if you lost fat and gained muscle. Now, here's the perfect example. I once worked with a client who was 150 pounds and completely unhappy with the way that she looked. After 6 months of proper training and nutrition, she weighed 148 pounds, only 2 pounds lighter. She'd lost 12 pounds of fat and gained 10 pounds of muscle mass. She looked like a completely different person. She dropped 2 dress sizes and felt incredible. The scale barely moved, but her body composition transformation was dramatic. This is why I want you to throw out the idea of fast weight loss and focus on effective fat loss. The strategies are different, the timeline is different, and the results are infinitely better. So how do you successfully achieve sustainable fat loss? These 5 strategies are based on science-backed data and real-world results. The first step is create a moderate calorie deficit through smart food choices. Now, the single most important factor for fat loss is creating a calorie deficit. But the key to achieving sustainable fat loss is moderation. Instead of slashing your calories dramatically, aim for a deficit of around about 200 to 500 calories per day. This typically results in 1 pound of fat loss per week, which is sustainable and healthy. But here's the smart part. Don't just eat less of the same junk. Focus on nutrient-dense whole foods that naturally support fat loss. Build every single meal around lean protein sources like chicken, beef, fish, lamb, or eggs. Now, protein has the highest thermic effect, meaning that your body burns more calories digesting it than carbohydrates or fats. So fill your plate with non-starchy vegetables. These are foods that are incredibly low in calories but high in nutrients and fiber, helping you to feel full while supporting your body's functions. Think spinach, broccoli, bell peppers, zucchini, and cauliflower. Include healthy fats in moderation, things like avocado, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish. These help with hormone production and satiety. And finally, choose complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes, quinoa, and oats around your workouts to fuel your performance and recovery. The lifestyle change here is meal planning and preparation. So spend Sunday afternoon preparing proteins, chopping vegetables, and portioning out meals for the week. When healthy food is ready to eat, you're much more likely to make good choices. Step number 2, prioritize strength training and build lean muscle. This is a non-negotiable if you want to lose fat and keep it off. Strength training is the closest thing we have to a magic bullet for body composition change. When you build muscle, you increase your resting metabolic rate, meaning that you burn more calories 24/7, even while sleeping. So aim for 3 to 5 strength training sessions per week, focusing on compound movements that work multiple muscle groups. Think like squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses. These exercises give you the most bang for your buck and help you to build a functional strength system. Don't worry about getting bulky. If you're eating in a calorie deficit, you won't be able to gain a ton of lean muscle mass. What you will get is a toned and defined athletic physique that you could have only ever dreamed of. The lifestyle change here is scheduling your workouts like appointments. Block out that time in your calendar, find a gym, or create a home workout space and commit to consistency over perfection. Because even 30-minute sessions can be incredibly effective if done consistently. Step 3, optimize your sleep and manage your stress. This is where most people completely miss the boat. You can have the perfect diet and exercise plan, but if you're sleeping poorly and chronically stressed, your body will fight fat loss at every single step of the way. Poor sleep disrupts hormones like leptin and ghrelin, which control hunger and satiety. Poor sleep can also increase cortisol, a stress hormone that promotes fat storage, especially around the midsection. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Create a sleep sanctuary. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Establish a bedtime routine that signals to your body it's time to wind down. Now, this might include dimming the lights, taking a warm bath, reading, or doing some gentle stretches. For stress management, find what works for you. This could be meditation, yoga, walking in nature, journaling, or talking with friends. You see, chronic stress literally makes your body hold on to fat. So this isn't just about feeling better, it's a crucial part of your fat loss strategy. The lifestyle change here is treating sleep and stress management as a non-negotiable part of your health routine, just like brushing your teeth. Step number 4, stay hydrated and time your meals strategically. You see, water plays a crucial role in fat metabolism, and most people are chronically dehydrated without even realizing it. So aim for around about 2 litres of water every single day and add an additional litre for every hour of exercise. Drinking water before your meals can also help with satiety and prevent overeating. Now, for meal timing, focus on eating regularly throughout the day to maintain stable blood sugar levels and energy. This typically means eating every 3 to 4 hours. Now, many of my clients do well with 3 meals and 1 or 2 small snacks during the day. Consider having your largest meals earlier in the day when your metabolism and activity is naturally higher, and keep your dinners that little bit lighter. This aligns with your body's natural circadian rhythm and can support better sleep quality. The lifestyle change here is carrying a water bottle everywhere and planning your meal timing around your schedule rather than eating randomly when you remember. Step number 5, track your progress beyond the scale and stay consistent. The scale is just one data point and often the least useful one. Take body measurements, progress photos, and pay attention to how your clothes start fitting. Track your energy levels, sleep quality, and how you feel overall. Consider getting a body composition analysis if it's available to you. This can show you exactly how much fat and muscle you're losing or gaining, which is incredibly motivating and informative. We actually do them down here at Slay. Now, most home smart scales will track your body fat percentage, so that's an easy way to start. And more importantly, focus on building sustainable habits rather than following a strict diet. The goal is to create a lifestyle that naturally supports a healthy body composition without constant restriction or deprivation. So the lifestyle change here is shifting your mindset from short-term dieting to long-term lifestyle modification. This means being patient with the process and celebrating those small victories along the way. Sladies, I want to leave you with this. Do not punish your body. Fast fixes aren't the answer. Your body is incredibly intelligent and it wants to be healthy, healed, and strong. Work with your body instead of against it, because real, sustainable fat loss takes time. It requires patience, consistency, and self-compassion. But the results, the confidence, the energy, the strength, the clothes fitting better, the improved health markers, these things will last when you do it right. So stop looking for the quickest way and start looking for the best way. Stop focusing on the scale and start focusing on how you feel. Stop depriving yourself and start nourishing yourself. Your future self is counting on the decisions you make today. Make them count. Remember, fat loss isn't about speed at the expense of sustainability. It's about efficiency, strategy, and working with your body instead of against it. You have everything you need to succeed. You always have. That's a wrap on today's episode. To my Sladies, if this resonates with where you're at right now, I want to hear from you. Firstly, I'd appreciate if you hit that subscribe button. And secondly, comment yes below if you want more episodes like this one. Subscribing and sharing this podcast with friends acts as a donation that helps me to continue to build a community of people that we actually like. In return, I promise to keep striving to bring you the best episodes and get you the best information you need in order to make a difference to your life, because you deserve to win. If you need home workouts, check out our app. If you need in-person community, come out to our run club. And if you need personal training, then DM me directly. All of the links you'll find below. See you next week, where we'll be discussing how to lose belly fat.